racing. It's in our blood. From the no limits of Texas to the high-speed banks at Daytona.
I mean, nobody's going to catch that 3-truck of Hal Amy as he takes it.
From the drop of the green flag. To green flag pit stops. To their DNA. We live for it. There's 7 nights in a week. And only one night matters to us. The moment to prove that we're the best. Laying down an entire season. Pushing the limits. We're made for it. Bumper, Artie Peterson out to the lead. Glenn Jameson's pushing hard now. Garrett behind him. Top 5 could throw a blanket over it. Artie's going to drop down to the inside. 10 car's going to start pushing. These guys are getting a little dicey back in 5th and 6th place. Little contact between the 14 and the 70. 63, 3 wide in the front. Artie Peterson stuck out in the middle. Brandon Winning, we got a car down on the apron, 70 car, and now a car up in the wall. We got a wreck behind him. 1 lap to go. Rick Fagone has got the position right now. Garrett Helmlinger and Glenn Jameson, neck and neck. We got a push on the inside, push on the 10 car. Rick Fagone looks like he might pull it off, neck and neck at the line, and the 10. Oh, the Garrett Helmlinger, I can't believe what I just saw. It looks like Garrett Helmlinger. Survival of the fittest. 16 chase drivers. 1 championship. Who's got what it takes? As they give the command to start the engines, it's time to find out. WFO is live right now.
On it, but man, Fagone has just a perfect 1 and 2 right there, Nation. Fagone's going to bring it off the bottom out of turn 4. Can he hold them off to the start finish line? And I believe he's going to, Nation.
We win. right, we're live. WFO Racing is going chase time now. Talladega Super Speedway, the venue for tonight's race. In the whole season, 8 races, got 5 more to go. I'm your host, Bradley Cooper. Might be joined by Nation 01 up in the booth in the broadcast tower. I've been looking forward to this all week to give you guys that introduction. Put together a little compilation of the season and past seasons. Right now, starting on your pole, Nick Gardner, that 18 Camping World Truck Series Chevrolet. Got 53.86 seconds around this track. Starting at second position. Just outside of him, another chase contender right there, Richard Holland. We were going to go through your chase real quick and bring up points before we go through this grid completely. Richard Holland was your points leader going into this. Rick Fagone in a close second. Richard Holland had 5 wins, so that's going to put him way up above on his bonus points. But with the chase reset, points for the top 16 will be reset. Everybody else is out of the chase, so a little bit different format than regular seasons and NASCAR used to do, but I'm sure everyone's familiar with how it works at this point. Playoff standings, the elimination rounds. But starting at third today, 3-car Miami, Mike's our eliminated, looking good. Another chase contender right here. Artie Peterson to his outside, I believe. Chase contender 14 for Artie. 77 of Garrett Helmlinger, starting in the 5th position tonight. Good to see Garrett back out on the track. And I think P. Wilson out there on the track tonight. That all black Thrustmaster Chevrolet. 114 of Vern Bradley. Going to start 7th tonight. That's a chase contender. To his outside, you got the 14 of Jeff Martin. Another chase contender. Basically the whole field. We're just going to get this out of the way right now. With an exception of maybe 2 or 3 drivers, this whole field is chase worthy. We're going to have 21 cars here tonight. As we move on through your field, we got the 81, or the 84, I apologize, of Brandon Winnick, starting in 10th tonight. Matt Egan beside him. I think my grid is messed up. We got Casey Brunson out there tonight, and I believe that's his first start here at WFO. 15 of Nick Reynolds to his outside. My grid's a little messed up, guys, so I apologize. I have to get through this as best I can. 70 of Burt Wilson there. Gonna start 16th tonight. 17th is the 6th car of Eric Blout. I'm not sure why the scoring chart is telling me that Blout is starting 16th unless he got an EOL. So my grid is pretty broken. I think some guys got some EOLs. Justin Gledhill, I apologize, is going to be first time race here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do. 38, Derek Robinson made the field tonight. He's on the inside. Looks like Michael McCauley will be out on the track tonight as well. If I miss some drivers, Glenn Jameson's in there. Looks like Brian Neese. I definitely missed some drivers. I'm sure on that. Rick Fagone was in there in the mix somewhere. My grid timing and everything is just broken, so we'll get through this together, guys. What's important, this is your pole sitter right here, and we're about to take the green right here. Talladega Super Speedway chase race number 1. Nick Gardner about to hit the loud pedal as the pace car pulled down. And the green flag is out. Here they go.
Green flag, green flag.
Not a track that you want to get a huge jump on the rest of the field because it'll hinder you in the back straightaway. You see Artie Peterson pull down to that inside line. He's going to run with Nick Gardner. Now the 51 on the outside. Bradley Wilson pushing on the back. These guys have a no push rule. We started that at Talladega. You see the 114 pulling down on the apron. It's Vernon Bradley. He's going to let these guys get on around him. We had a no push rule at Daytona. It was a big issue with these cars not wanting to square up right. So you won't see these guys pushing. Maybe on the last lap you can't hold back, you know, but for now these guys are going to lay off each other. I'd like to welcome everybody to our first chase race of season 8. Talladega's a crapshoot. I just always felt like it was a gamble no matter where you were on the track. You see 3 wide back there with the 15 of Nick Reynolds, the 84. Nick Reynolds is really making a run on this outside line. Put him up to 3rd position right now. He's getting help from the 02. It's Matt Egan. Because there's still 3 wide here. 06, Ryan, that's Ryan Neese, or Eric Blout. No, that's Ryan Neese, I'm sorry. So the 06 on the outside. See what 3 wide looks like to these guys. You see the dust coming off the dirt up to the marbles on the outside line. Looks like the 15 of Nick Reynolds had the momentum on that back straightaway to maybe clear these guys. Got the 3 car out of the groove there. Oh, we got a little contact, and there goes the 15 hard into the outside wall. Nick Reynolds is able to keep it from collecting anyone else, but that right side is done. Whole right side of that car is toast. He's got a long way back to pit road here. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened to that 15. Maybe get a different camera angle on it. That was a hard lick there in that outside wall. I don't know how it happened exactly. Looks like maybe some contact. Oh, the contact happened between him and the 51. Go back and watch that one more time here. We're going to go in slow motion recap here. You can see the 15 comes down a lane and just touches that 51 car. And that's enough to send him to the outside. We had Matt Egan right on his bumper, taking the air off his spoiler. Egan just kind of swerved to avoid it. Lucky he didn't collect any more cars than that. So he's got a long route to pit road here. Let's get back up front. Richard Holland and the 51 car of Bradley Wilson are battling now. Holland was able to clear for the lead. Thundering off of turn 4, it looks like Richard Holland's got the position right now. As we've already ticked off 5 of 85. Coming up on lap 6 here. We can do it through the field for this racetrack, but there's really no point. It'll change 36 times before I make it to the second place driver. As you see the 51 car back to the lead here. Bradley Wilson finally getting a push. Yep, he's going to clear. So Jeff Martin is now on the outside line. Matt Egan pushing him. See how close these cars get. The outside line's able to prevail. Personally, for me, with the rotation of how this is working out, I would probably stay on that outside line and try to lead some laps. I don't think it's going to benefit you to slide down in front of that bottom groove. If you're wanting to stay in the lead, I think stand on that outside. Eventually, they're going to wear it thin here. As you see, 3 wide again. Matt Egan's pushing. We got the 06 of Nice on the outside. Looks like Garrett Helmlinger's taking him for a push here. 3 wide to the line. These are going to be, I think the 51's going to prevail here. A lot of turbulence there in that center. Jeff's going to have a lot of work to do to keep that thing off of somebody. See the outside settling down again. He's kind of got left out to dry there, so he's probably going to fall back to the 7th or 8th position. Still up front, your leader right now. 51 car, Bradley Wilson. Richard Holland, Jeff Martin right behind him. See Jeff get a hell of a push by Matt Egan there. Let's cycle on back here and look at this second tandem of cars real quick. Not real organized, but they're not out of the draft yet. Just kind of holding back to see what's happening. See Brandon Winning in the center of that pack. He's got Rick Fagon to his outside right now. These guys are just holding on to that draft. I think they're playing it safe for now. We're only on lap 9 of 85. Right now, there's some guys that didn't get a chase win that are in the chase, and they're trying to get as many points as they can here tonight. Big field of cars running out here. Had about 20 drivers make the grid. There's Jeff Martin making another move on the outside. If you want to stay up front, I think that's the way to go, because all that's going to happen is you're going to get past that leader, slide down in front of him, and someone else is just going to do the same thing to you on the outside. I think if you can just lock that outside line down, that's where you want to be. Tick those laps away. Do your green flag pit stops. And then see where you are when the dust settles. Seems like that middle groove's getting a better run down the straightaways as well, so. Matt Egan's probably going to get hot eventually. They might have to rotate drivers on that outside groove to keep it up there. I'm not sure how long you can run these ARCA cars behind someone before they do get hot. You see Jeff's kind of letting it breathe a little bit there. It's just going back and forth. We're shuffling down the straightaways, but through the turns, the inside line prevails. Jeff's going to need a hell of a push down this straightaway here if he's going to lead a lap. That was a close one that time by, as Bradley Wilson was able to lead it. Jeff led the last one. But that outside line is working. Massive group of cars. You can see them pretty much glued to Jeff's bumper here. Matt Egan doing a hell of a job on that outside, keeping Jeff up front. Bradley Wilson and Richard Holland just kind of holding that inside line, keeping a gap apart, maintaining that gap. Don't want to get into it early. This league does have one fast repair, but at a track like this, you don't want to spend it in the first half of the race. Huge push down that straightaway. Matt Egan's going to go right with Jeff. A lot of turbulence created on that entry of 3. The outside line seems to have fallen off. They've lost a lot of their momentum with Jeff and Matt pulling down there. So now Jeff's probably going to lead a few laps before this steam builds back up on the outside. They're going to have to collect some more cars to get that push back up there. As you see Garrett Humlinger and Ryan Neese getting back up. Once that speed builds back, you'll see that outside line prevail again. Got the 16, Casey Brunson. Put him up in the top 5. The guy that was kind of sandbagging it earlier, since pulled back up to top 10, that's Rick Fagone. See a couple HJRM drivers getting side by side. It's gonna be interesting to see if they start pushing each other. I'd like to know, where the hell is Hal Amy? I don't know what happened to him, if he got into it earlier, but he's all by himself. Still on the lead lap, praying for a caution right now. Hal Amy, 18.5 seconds down right now. And then that guy that got into some trouble earlier, Nick Reynolds, he is a lap down. He's also all by his lonesome. You don't realize how big this track is when you're all by yourself. It makes you realize it's definitely 2.5 miles. You can actually hear the lead pack coming back around. They're not too far back from Nick Reynolds. Jeff Martin's still your leader right now, holding his own on that inside. Garrett Helmlinger looks like he's trying to get a push from Ryan Neese. Right now, they're by themselves, and I'm not sure how they're even able to hang with this inside line. If you notice why that outside line is falling off, it's because the driver behind him has to lift tremendously as they're not getting to the back of the 77. So then it's more about the preferred line in that turn versus the speed of the cars. Whereas in the straightaways, you don't have to lift as much. There's a lot of drag on these cars when they get into the turns, and it's actually slowing that leader down. But in a straight line, less turbulent air. The air is actually going over top of the back car from the spoiler and helping the basically punch a bigger hole in the air. It's going to speed this traffic up tremendously. As you see a push again by Neese. Hell of a push. And he's not physically pushing on his bumper. He's just getting really close to that spoiler. When you're in these turns, it's really dangerous to do that. So you got to back up a little bit, all that drag. Then you get a hell of a run down these straightaways. And there's an art to this. A lot of guys in this league either love it or hate it.
but there is an art to it, and it's a different form of racing than what we're used to, especially when it comes to how this ARCA car drives. Jeff Martin still hanging it out there. Nobody in front of him. Able to lead about 8-9 laps so far. Looks like Garrett's trying to take that away from him. Just can't get the steam, and they're going to have that lap down car. The 15 of Nick Reynolds. So he's going to be there for that tandem. This will help with that outside line, get a little momentum build up. You see, a lot of guys are just kind of like, let's run single files. Garrett's finally able to clear the 14 and take P1 from the inside line. Now it's up to the 15 and 06. Car in the wall. I'm not sure what's going on with Al Amy tonight. You're gonna have to keep her off the wall there, Hal. Something's dead wrong with Hal Amy right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he was worried about the traffic and got too close to the wall. Gonna have to bring her down pit road and probably fix some of that damage. I don't know if he's used the fast repair yet or not, but that thing's gonna be slowed down. Aerodynamics really important at this track, and without draft, he's losing a lot of ground. So it looks like they're signal filing out, and I'm going to guess that we're going to come up on pit stops here soon. Lap 21 of 85. Sounded like we got some guys calling it out. Here comes the 06, the 15. A lot of cars, a lot of takers down pit road. Oh, we got a... Oh, my goodness. How was there not a caution for that?
Yellow flag.
It took a long time for that caution flag. I think the race stewards need to get it together here. I think Nick Gardner just got disconnected for going backwards. Okay, we're going to have to go back and figure out what the hell just happened. This is beyond words as to what the hell just happened. So I guess instant replay screen is the only way to justify this. All right, so we're looking. This is TV3. Okay. Okay. I see now. I see now exactly what happened. All right. So, wow, end over end for the 18 car. We're gonna go on board with Artie Peterson here. I don't think Artie was hitting the brakes hard enough to come into pit road. Got into the back of the 18. Shot the 18 up the racetrack. We're going to go back again. I think the 10 car also locked up the tires. Got into the back. Oh, we had some guys hit each other. Okay, so 10. We had 2 separate accidents. I think the whole field was trying to pit together. On board with the 63 here. There's nothing you can do there. If you're Glenn Jameson, you're going to hit that car. There's nothing you can do about it. Bender says over and under 3. Well, cautions breed cautions at this place. I know it's a long, long pace lap. What's going on, Denise? Welcome everybody to the chat. Because of these long caution flags, I'm going to periodically be hitting the commercial break button, grabbing a beer, checking on things. But we do have a nice little intro, if you will, help get us through it. Hopefully to carry you through this. We saw a slight wreck with the 15 early in the race. It was about lap 8 or 9. 15 hit the wall. Actually got a little contact between him and the 51. That didn't bring out a caution. So then we ran about 21 laps green. Pretty impressive for Talladega, as many cars as we have out here. But nonetheless, it breaks the caution-free streak that we had going in the ARCA series Tuesday nights. And of all the tracks that you don't want to caution at, I think this is in the top 5. This is a very long 2.66 mile oval. It takes an eternity to get around this place at 55, 65 miles per hour. And they have to do it 3.5 laps. So, yeah, it takes a solid 5 minutes of pacing to get around here. That's one of the disadvantages to super speedway racing. The other disadvantage is that it has a lot of cautions, because you're right on top of each other. It only takes one driver to slip up and make a mistake, and then you've got 5, 6 cars totaled. So I wouldn't call that the big one yet, Bender. Even though it was a multi-car accident, we only had 3 cars get damaged from that. I think the big one's still out there somewhere. I'm not going to guess how many cautions. I don't know. We got 1 lap to green. Jeff Martin, your leader. Some of those guys got caught on pit road and were able to get their service done. Other guys that were headed down pit road, I think that's why the caution got delayed, because so many cars were filing onto pit road, and it didn't want to black flag those cars for entering a closed pit. That's the only thing I can come up with, because there were so many participants on pit road. iRacing saw that, delayed the yellow as to not give a black flag. Other than that, I don't know if that's actually in the code for how that works. If it's actually a thing or not. I could just be completely making shit up. You guys be the judge. All right, pace car's pulling off. Leader can go anytime after that pace car leaves the racing surface. Doesn't do him much good to jump the field, though. Best off to wait till green here. Did you see Jeff's doing just that?
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out, and there he goes. Big gap between him and the 84, though. That's going to allow the outside line to just cut down in front of the 84. I don't know why the 84 is lagging back so far. Jeff Martin maintaining the lead. Matt Egan, who was his partner earlier, got him up front. You see him up there pushing. Outside line, looks like the 114 of Vern Bradley is in that outside groove now. He's got Richard Holland. Looks like Ryland Neese and Hal Amy out there. You see a hell of a push going on here. 114's probably going to lead this time by. There they are at the line. Vern Bradley went from about 5th position up to the front in less than a straightaway, so that outside line is coming. Got a lot of turbulence back there from about 5th position back. We saw some cars shuffling around. Hal Amy's looking like he's peeking at the groove. I don't know what's going on with Hal there. He's getting up out of the groove. I think he's letting guys by there. Might be letting guys go because he's a lap down. I'm not sure. He's going to file on back into that outside groove. We got Vern Bradley and Richard Holland versus Matt Egan and Jeff Martin. And the way that 14 car has been leading this thing, it's going to be tough to get by him. It's been doing a hell of a job behind them. They've maintained a lot of laps led. It took Garrett Helmlinger and Ryland Neese about 12 laps of fighting to get around him. You see even Burt Wilson can't hang with the inside line. He's still not able to stick around, because that inside groove is just pushing it fast. Lap 28 of 85. We had our attempted green flag pit stops at lap 21. That'll put us at lap 42 before these boys try to come in. That'll be about the halfway mark. I'm just interested to see if these guys can make it in 2 more stops or if they're going to have to do a 3rd one. That might be one of those dictating moments, the guys that are in the draft right now. Like Jeff Martin, who's stuck. I mean, he's got to lead this thing, and that is great, but he's burning more fuel than the rest of this field when you're in front of a line, so he might have to pit that 3rd time. I know they save some fuel on the caution laps, so it's going to be hard to estimate how far they can go. Garrett Helmlinger out of the groove up there, but Nick Gardner was kind enough to help him back in, let him get back in front of him. No reason to force that right now. See, Garrett's being really courteous. A lot of turbulence on that outside. They can't quite stay single file. Some of these guys are breathing. Maybe they just judging their corner by looking at that middle groove. But it really looks like it's tough to stay in line. We got it. Oh, we got contact back there. Oh man, how did Nick Gardner save that? We're going to have to go back, and I have no idea how the hell he saved that. We're going to go back and look at that. That was an impossible save by Nick Gardner. Wow. Oh, Amy got right into the back. I don't know how that didn't turn the 18. No idea. They've since bunched back up. But how that 18 car is not in pieces on turn 4, I have no idea. Hell of a job. You see 3 wide now. 84-32, 18. The 32 is coming right up the middle of the track. Let's see what he's got. It's like he's got the momentum shooting right up the middle here. Wow. Justin Glenhill just drove past. Oh my God. What a move by that driver. Had the speed and the momentum, and he just went straight to the front. Some of these locals didn't appreciate that. They're going to just hand him back up and get around him. What a move by that driver, though. Going speed like that, it might earn you some new friends out here on this track. I'm not really sure if that's legal or not, but they're down below the yellow line here. All right, so they went back to the field here. I'm not sure if the 32 was just like, let's see how long it takes to get up there. And now that we got up there, let's run back here for a little bit. We might have showed our hand. We're gonna let them forget what we just did and sneak up and do it again on the white flag. I don't know. That was just a hell of a move. So back up front, Jeff Martin, still your leader. He's getting a fight from the 16 to 114. Nick Gardner somehow still alive, and now he's pushing down the middle. We're 3 wide. Let's take you on board with Nick Gardner and show you what this looks like right now. We had that 114 up there earlier. That would have looked a lot more turbulent, I can tell you that. Here we go back to roll bar camera. You're going to see the 114 of Herb Bradley on the right-hand side here in just a moment. I tell you what, you want to talk about nerves. It's all you can do to keep that thing stable. You just got to pray the guy in front of you sees and knows what he's doing. Nick Gardner's having that connection issue, and that's bothering me because this is not a track that you want to be having a blinking car. So hopefully he can get that smoothed out. Those can cause cautions with net code. There says go number 81. Run on board with the 81 right now, Michael McCauley. Currently, McCauley is riding in the 18th position, or 13th position, I apologize. Hasn't lost a draft. He's still in the lead lap. He's got a shot to win this thing. Anybody that's on the lead lap right now, I think, has a really good shot. We stay green to the end. Any one of these drivers could go all the way. Make it to the front. As long as you're able to maintain that front tandem, no reason why you can't do it. So Mike McCauley, absolute possibility here tonight. Another guy that hasn't got a win yet this season, and I've been seeing him finish better and better. That's the 6 right here of Eric Blount. He's been having a solid year. He was running in the top 5 there last week a lot. At a track that was very tough to race at. So it's good to see Blount. He's running in the 9th or 7th position right now. My scoring chart is just all over the place. We also have a couple cars that are a lap down up in this field, and it's kind of mixing it up. Or I just suck at my job. What do you guys think? I probably just suck at my job. Ask Nation, he'll tell me. The 114 of Vern Bradley. You got Nick Gardner, 16 car. Casey Brunson. Looks like he's challenging for the lead again. Time by, I think Jeff just edged him out. Okay. According to scoring, it was 100th of a second. That outside groove's getting healthy. Time to pop open another beer. Coming up on halfway. Green flag pit stops very imminent. But most laps led so far is this guy right here. Jeff Martin holding on to that lead. He can thank the O2 for everything that's happening right now at Woodridge Motorsports. Woodbridge Fire Department. Doing a hell of a job shoving that 14 car, keeping him up there in front. I just wonder if these boys have figured it out. We can't all pit together, so maybe one of these guys will come a little early. Pull that bottom groove in first. You see them, they're signaling filing out just like last time. There we go. We got some beer mugs in the chat. I like that. All right, we're going to scope it out here. We're going to zoom out a little bit. See the catastrophe that is pit road. Doesn't look like any of these guys are ready yet. We're going to try to stretch it as far as they can because I know that it's on their mind. They don't want to make it 3 stops. They pit too soon. It could be the difference. 1 lap. So we got lap 42. This is definitely our fuel window. And Jeff Martin, you have the lead. But if you don't pit with somebody, you know, that could throw it too. So hopefully him and Matt Egan are on the same page. Those guys can go back out there together. 16's probably not going to pit with these boys. It's going to be really interesting. This whole field tries to pit together again. We might see our second caution of the night. You can hear it. They're pitting this time. So here goes 02, 14. Coming down pit road. Got some takers behind him. Looks like the 1584. So there's our first group, and they did a good job. See, Nick Reynolds locked it up a little bit there, but not too bad. So first green flag pit stop successful. Hopefully the 02 and the 14 are able to get on and off pit road smoothly. Get back up here to the front. Bernie Peterson up there. Look at that. CheckerWon Manufacturing getting by. He's a lap down. The 06 car says, I don't care, I'll go with him. We'll run another lap. These guys are stretching it. These cars coming off pit road. See if I can find some guys that are on pit road. There we go. 81, 6, 38, 32. 32 missed his stall just a little bit. 4-tire stop, possibly. Nope, 2-tire. 2-tire for Derek Robinson, and looks like a 2-tire stop for Eric Blount. So those guys going back out. Vern Bradley pitted. I think we're coming up on pit stops for these boys now. Richard Holland and Rick Fagone stretching it. We're at the halfway point. There's the 18 of Nick Gardner. You saw him get flipped end over end earlier. Not sure if he had to tow. But Nick is being scored 1 lap down. Looks like he's going to come down pit road with these guys. There it is. Rick Fagone, Richard Holland, Nick Gardner, and Hal Amy on pit road. So here we go. We're getting back up here. Back into the thick of things. When this all cycles out, I believe your leader is going to be Jeff Martin again. Let's see where this tandem of cars, you got Richard Holland and Rick Fagone on and off pit road together. They're going to get to pushing right off the gate here. See if they can get up to speed. You can hear that pack of cars coming, thundering ahead. Ricky and Richard are probably only up to about $160 now. And that tandem of cars behind them is coming fast. Three wide behind this group. Inside line had the check up for Ricky and Richard. They're going to pull down in front of them. Still 3 wide though. See Vern Bradley up there on the outside. He's got the 38. Derek Robinson behind him. Like they're gonna fall in line though. I don't think Derek's comfortable going on that outside groove yet. He's got a teammate to his inside as well. Derek can get up ahead of that 6 car. Maybe they can get a 3rd line going. 84 car up to the front. Brandon Winning. So Garrett Helmlinger's going to try his luck now. This time by, it looks like the 77's going to lead the lap. He's got that 16 car, Casey Brunson behind him. Third row starting to get healthy. Derek Robinson. Blount doesn't know who he wants to go with yet. He's kind of been feeding draft on both. Oh, it looks like the 38's in the wall, so there goes the drafting partner for the 114. Had all that momentum. It's like Vern's probably going to have to drop down and get to that middle there to maintain this draft. Brandon Winning this time by. Let's see if he can lead a lap. Garrett Helmlinger's just getting a hell of a push here by this 16. Just before the line. And this time by, it looks like Winning might have edged him out just enough to lead that lap. All right, 36 laps to go. This field is tight. It's a little dicey up here. Garrett Helmlinger to the lead. Looks like he left the 16 out to dry here. 114 looks like he's got a partner now. I don't know if these guys have ever worked together before, but they're about to. Eric Blount's going to have to pull down here. He's going to say he's going to have to get back in that tandem if he's going to hang with these boys. He's way up there. I don't know if he's trying to get back there to Derek Robinson. Maybe try to pull him back up to this front pack. You see a little more momentum up there on that outside. Look at him slingshot. Look at Blount on that outside all by himself. What a run. See if he can clear. Nope, he's not going to clear that 16, but he did get a couple spots there. He's got Derek Robinson back up. He's going to try his luck at another run. 84 Winning going to the outside. Looks like he wants his lead back. A lot of shuffling up here, and that's allowing that 6 car to maintain that run. Really working in his favor, and he's got Derek Robinson coming back up there. So it looks like he's going to have his drafting partner back. Let's see what Blount can do on this outside. Three wide. Top 7 spots. Got Jeff Martin down there on the bottom. That lap car of Nick Reynolds pushing Garrett Helmlinger right now. Let's see if that outside can prevail. And Brandon Winning's going to go all the way up the track. I'm not sure about that move. I don't think Blount appreciated that. They were working on their own tandem. Now the 16's going to have a... Okay, so Garrett Helmlinger moved up for him. That's smart because they got that lap car. Brandon Winning might have got a little touch from the 6 just now. Now, oh, there he goes. There's the wreck. Big wreck in the front. This is the big one right here.
Out.
That's the big one that we were talking about. Big wreck. A lot of shuffling up there at the front. I think Winning cutting off the outside line started that. He came up in front of Blout and then went back down in front of Helmlinger. He didn't have the momentum to do that. Let's go back and take a look. We're going to rewind here. Look at the 84 Blout here. We're going to rewind it. He gets the worst of it, I think. So one more time. We're going to go on board with Richard Holland. How was Richard Holland able to not hit a car there? On board with Garrett Helmlinger. And I want to go on board with that 3 car because it looks like he went for one hell of a ride. So one more on board. Pretty minor damage from what it could have been. All right, so, I mean, it was bound to happen. Second caution of the race. 30 laps to go. We had a lot of shuffling up at the front. Had probably 6 lead changes in one lap. And that's what creates that. A lot of guys shuffling around, trying to find a partner, getting that run, and then losing that steam up at the front. It's gonna eventually, someone's gonna get into somebody. And with these cars, the way they're set up, that rounded nose, it's great for aerodynamics, but it's not good for bump drafting at all. That turn, that banking, it's not helping at all. If I sound nasally tonight, guys, it's because, well, we put up Christmas decorations, and we all know how that goes. They sit in a closet or on a shelf for the entire year, and then you blow that dust off. You vacuum the house, you move all this stuff around to make room for the tree, and it just destroys your sinuses. I know I don't typically sound this nasally. I do always sound nasally, but today it's exceptionally bad. I'd like to thank Santa Claus, my wife, everybody, all the poor life decisions that led up to this point. As far as I'm concerned, this is just another time of year. And since there's no pollen, I think somebody's trying to make up for the fact that I wasn't having allergies. And so here we are. So we're going to have some takers on pit road. I don't know if these guys are thinking about it. Some of these guys are like, we're not going to make it on fuel. Other guys are thinking, we're good to the end now. We can make it one stop. I don't know. Some of these cars do have damage that are on pit road. A 3-car Miami definitely had some right front damage. So he's going to probably already have his fast repair used up. We're gonna hit a quick commercial break. I'm gonna grab another beer. I'll see you guys in just a moment. We'll be going back to green with about 25 to go. Racing. It's in our blood. From the No Limits of Texas. With the high-speed banks at Daytona.
I mean, nobody's going to catch that 3-truck of Hal Amy as he takes it.
From the drop of the green flag. It's a green flag pit stops. It's in their DNA. We live for it. There's 7 nights in a week. And only one night matters to us. The moment to prove that we're the best. Laying down an entire season. Pushing the limits. We're made for it.
Bumper, Artie Peterson out to the lead. Glenn Jamison's pushing hard now. Garrett behind him. Top 5 could throw a blanket over it. Artie's going to drop down to the inside. 10 car's going to start pushing. These guys are getting a little dicey back in 5th and 6th place.
Flag, green flag.
All right, green flag is out. We're back. Matt Egan, your leader, to take the green. Got that beer. I'm ready to go. 28 laps left. Who's it going to be? Matt Egan, Burt Wilson, Eric Blount, your top 3 right now. Glenn Jamison is also in that mix. Looks like Blount didn't get a good restart. That inside line just kind of funneled down, and now Blount's going to have to get some drafting help. Looks like Brandon Winnick might be that helper. Right now, that inside line's ready to go. Back here at Richard Holland, he's kind of falling back. Thinking he's still thinking maybe one more caution. Matt Egan had a partner earlier in this race. Looking for the 14 car of Jeff Martin, who's all the way back here. Might have got caught up in that caution as well. A lot of cars involved in that wreck. Yeah, Denise, it's the allergies just, I don't know, it's the dust really right now. The allergies are self-inflicted, you know. I'm putting up the Christmas tree and doing all that stuff, so, you know, the honeydew list, trying to keep the wife happy. But I tell you what, this pack of cars doesn't look happy. They look like pissed off hornets. They're swarming everywhere. There's a lot of turbulence right now. You see the 51 on the outside. Bradley Wilson back to the front. He's trying to get back up in that lead spot. You saw him lead some laps earlier in this race. Looks like he's got the 32 car. It's Justin Glendhill. Artie Peterson behind them. We got 3 wide. Huge tandems. This front pack's ready to go. They're racing like it's 5 to go. I look for another caution here soon. These guys are really storming around this place. Glenn Jamison down there at the bottom. Look for him to try to make a move. He's got Burt Wilson in front of him. Matt Egan is definitely a Sky Racing driver. Touching that apron, though. That 32 got in front, so we're going to put Justin Gledhill to the lead. A lot of shuffling still back there in the middle of that pack. 25 laps to go. We're counting them down quickly. Go on board right now with Michael McCauley. Show you his view. How much turbulence these cars have. He's up the center here. Wow, 4 wide, coming out of 2. And a car touched the wall there. I'm really surprised that's all that happened. What a move there by McCauley to take the lead. You see McCauley rode way up on that exit. He's going to lose the lead now. It is getting dicey up here in the front. For Brandon Winning, your leader. Michael McCauley trying to take it back. We saw 3 wide, we saw 4 wide. They've settled down a little bit. Artie Peterson out there by himself. Cars keep tagging the apron, and that's the lack of air on the nose. It's making it really light in that front end. Oversteering a lot. Second group trying to build that steam back up, get back up there and contest these two. 84 and 32 are having a great time down there right now. Garrett Helmlinger is a great pusher. Michael McCauley's going to get a hell of a run off this turn. Let's see what he can do with it. This time by McCauley. Looks like he might lead a lap. A lot of speed up there. Let's see if he can get it. That time by, McCauley's going to get the lead. For some reason, though, McCauley's not being scored. I don't know if he's a lap down, but yeah, he's a lap down on my scoring chart. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Looking back here at the 31 and the 10, the 14, the 18. These guys have burned their fast repairs. They're just waiting on these guys to do something crazy. We got 20 laps to go. And it is getting very crazy up here. It's right on board with Hal Amy. This is the exact view that you have during this iRacing simulation. This is what the driver sees exactly. You're relying on a spotter to tell you where everyone is. This is all the more view you get. So tracks like this, you just got to imagine a car being on that outside or that inside and give it room. See Hal doing a great job from both lines right now. little bit of the gyro cam. Show you the banking of this track. So Brandon Winning still your leader right now. Michael McCauley and Garrett Helmlinger trying like hell. Eric Blout to the outside. We saw Blout doing it all by himself earlier. He's got the speed. He just needs that right timing. Let's see if that 16 can get him up here. 16's going to drop down to the middle groove. Hal Amy touches the 6. 6 car is able to save it. No idea how that happened. What a save. We got some wrecking back here. It's the 3-car Hal Amy. Let's go back and see what happened to him. No caution for that. How is there not a caution on this speedway right now? There's the yellow. Let's go. Let's find out exactly what happened to Hal Amy. Michael McCauley and Hal Amy got together. Looks like the 81 of McCauley went back up on the track and got the 14 and the 15. Yeah, I'm really surprised that the yellow didn't fly sooner than that. We're going to look at this from the 14's perspective. One more time here. I'm not really sure how this happened. If McCauley maybe had a broken tire, maybe the wheel, like, it looks like he's chasing that thing. A lot of chaos there. So 3 cautions tonight. I don't think we're done. 15, 14, 3, 81 were the cars involved in that caution. I think all that did was just make the field a little bit more anxious. I think we're going to see some guys take a little more gamble. The 1 car of Artie Peterson, I believe he's trying to get a lap back. We'll take the green with about 13 or so to go. Things are about to get really interesting for you guys. Everybody at home, appreciate you coming out and watching this stream. If you are in the chat, you want to vote for your favorite driver or driver of the day, go ahead and post that now. We're coming up to the end. Post-race interviews brought to you by CheckerWon Manufacturing. 631-872-4076. You can check them out online as well. Apparently Garrett Hellninger being scored your leader. Redline Custom Renovation Incorporated on the side of that. Big thumbs up emoji there on the hood. Marcus Brown says KCB will win. There's Casey Brunson right there in the 16 Monster Energy Chevy. The Camaro, actually. It's actually an unfair advantage these guys got in Impalas. He's got a Camaro. So now I officially agree that the Camaro is going to win. It's just natural. He's going to have his work cut out for him coming up to 1 to green. He's pretty far back, but he's got a lot more horsepower than some of these Chevys out here. Garrett Hellninger getting ready to take the green to his outside. You've got the 0-2 of Matt Egan. We've seen Egan up front all night long. Brandon Winning, Glenn Jameson, Eric Blout, Burt Wilson. Justin Gledhill. Ryland Neese also in the mix. 51 at Bradley Wilson. Rick Fagone. Richard Holland. Got a lot of these drivers a potential winner here tonight. There's a guy's had a rough night tonight. And Garrett Hellninger is about to lead him off to the green. Well, driver of the day, I tell you, tough award to win. I've only won it one time in all the seasons at WFO. If I had to make a pick right now, I'm voting for the 6 car of Eric Blout. I think that him not wrecking that car earlier just was an outstanding, I mean, driver of the day award to me goes to him for saving that thing. That's me personally. Pace car's off. Getting ready to go green again. Garrett Hellninger. I'm going to jump the start like we discussed earlier. Don't want to get that big gap. 84 Hellninger, or 84 of Winning is there's kind of gap there on the start. Hopefully he can get it going this time.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Here we go. $14 laps to go. You're going to see this field get really hungry here at the end. Hopefully we don't breed any more cautions. They're already 3 wide going into turn 3. 51, 16. 16 on that outside. Here they go. Glenn Jameson all the way up in the outside wall. We got cars wrecking all over the place.
The yellow flag is out.
I think Glenn Jameson saw that run coming and he just cut up in front of him. I don't think that it was intentional. Just misjudged it. We're going to go back and look. What a wreck. Huge crash here. So one more time. We're gonna go on board here with the 16 car. And show you, well, actually the 51. I think the 51 is going to be the one to look at. Ryan Neese. This would be a car to go on board with. He's going to take a hard hit to the inside wall. Unfortunately, we blink out for some of that. Richard Holland. Scooping it out of his pants here. And one more time, we're going to take a look at it one more time here. We're going to go on board with the 32. He's able to get that thing fired back up. A lot of damage on that nose. But he still had a fast repair in his back pocket, so good for him. I knew it was going to happen, guys. Jeff Martin says, finally I made it through one. Jeff's been caught up in every single caution tonight, I think. All you guys did for me was give me another opportunity to get a beer. That's all I saw just now. So while I go grab that, put you guys out here on board with Garrett Helmlinger, your current leader. We're going to pace around this. Coming up on one to go this time. Next time by. And if you thought they were done wrecking, think again. We're not done. Still got about 10 to go when we take the green. This is WFO Twisted Tuesday, CheckerWon Manufacturing, ARCA series. We'll be right back. Coops, whose fault? Michael, that's really not my job, but if from my perspective, if I had to call a driver, I would say Glenn came up in front and then cut off the outside line. I think that was the cause of all of that from the start. I would have to say that. Based off my replay analysis, the 63 came up whether he knew he was there. I don't know if the spotter just didn't tell him and the outside was coming. But really, I couldn't pin that on any one driver. A lot of guys were coming. It's Talladega, man. We've watched Talladega. We've been part of Talladega, Daytona included. That's just how these tracks race, man. You think you got to run. Another guy sees an opportunity to get position, and not everyone's on the same page all the time, right? Yeah, there was a lot of push in there. That outside was coming, and I think Glenn was out of sorts. He had nowhere to really hold. A lot of turbulence, too. We had 6 different cars involved in that last one. Some of these guys won't be up to speed this time around. Got a few cars with damage on them. But Garrett Helmlinger is going to lead it again. 1 lap to green here. We're going to go green with 10 to go. I'm going to pop a top on a Bud Light for you. I don't know if you guys can hear that at home, but it was crisp. It's ice cold. I'm excited. Garrett Helmlinger, Matt Egan, Brandon Winning, Eric Blout, Bradley Wilson, Rick Fagone, Jeff Martin, Richard Holland, Derek Robinson, Vern Bradley, your top 10. Here we go, getting ready to go green. Garrett Helmlinger. He knows how to get it done here. He did it in Daytona. Pay attention to that outside line. Matt Egan also been really fast here tonight. I named the top 10 because anyone can win at this. Anybody that's in that top 10 can come up here to the front really quick. Plenty of laps to do it. See some HDRM cars getting tandemed up right there. Here they go. Green flag is out. Brandon Winning got a great jump this time. He's going to push Garrett Helmlinger, Matt Egan, Eric Blout. That's your outside line. Let's see if the 10 and the 31 decide to go way high. Not looking for it yet. Trying to get these things up to speed. You have to go now. There's no sandbagging it. Oh, Richard Holland gets his hands full. Somehow is able to save that car. And then there's a big wreck again.
Yellow flag is out.
Richard Holland able to lock it down, but I don't know what the hell happened right there. I don't know if spotters aren't working right now. We're gonna go take a look at that. We get the instant replay properly here.
All right, Macaulay's going to park and get out and take a look at that one.
Here we go. Burt Wilson got a lot of damage from that. He got hit from two different cars. Rylan Neese and Hal Amy both took the back of that car out. We're going to go back and look at Richard Holland because I want to say that he got a little bit of contact there from the 32, which really upset that car. That really upset the 31 car there. Somehow, I don't know how he didn't wreck that thing. But he got 4 wide with Burt Wilson, and it's just at that point, Burt had nowhere to go. Richard's lucky he didn't get more damage than he did. We're going to go on board with the 70 car. There's the first hit from Rylan, and then the second hit from Hal. And Paula SS is just, it's spent. Back of that thing's torn clean off. No fast repair for Burt Wilson. I'm really afraid to interview any drivers during caution. I just want to say that anytime there is a wreck, I mean, we could pull guys up here and talk about it, but you guys see what you see. I know what I see. There's a lot going on the track, and guys are communicating with each other. So I don't like to do that at Talladega. I might do something like that at maybe Charlotte or something. We got a 1 or 2 car crash. It leaves me some options to talk to some of these guys, but right now it's just, I don't think it's a good idea. I think that the anxiety is really high. First race of the chase. So Garrett Helmlinger is going to try it again. We're going to go green probably with 6 to go. We still have our green-white checkers. we're actually running out of cars before we're going to run out of laps, the way that they're driving right now. But hopefully we can keep it green from here on out. See a good finish. Top 4 stayed about the same. Matt Egan staying up there. And winning. Garrett Homelinger. That 51's got a little right side damage. Take a look at that. We can get a good angle on the nose of this thing. That right side's got a little bit of damage. Don't really have a camera to show it. We're 1 to green. There's a better angle, I guess. Kind of hard for you guys to see at home. It's tough for me to see right here, but there's a nose damage. You can see that. It's definitely squashed in. That's going to hurt that thing. See Jeff Martin back there. This is the part where I talk really fast and we can see if I can keep up with what's going on the track. I've been practicing the whole season, so I think I'll be able to keep up with some of it. But there's going to be a lot going on. If you guys see anything I miss, make sure to mention it in the chat. If you guys haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can tell when we go live. WFO goes live Tuesday and Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you want, you can check out our website as well. WFORaceleague.com. You can check out the points, the standings, the schedule, all the drivers, their previous finishes. All the good statistics are there. We watched that iRacing pace car pull off onto pit road, hopefully one last time. Garrett Helmlinger is going to hit this loud pedal, and we're going to go green. Brandon Winning to his outside. Matt Egan, the pusher, doing a great job tonight. Here we go. Let's see what he can do. Eric Blount still in the mix. Jeff Martin still in the mix.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. Eric Blount stuck in the middle here. Looks like he's behind Brandon Winning. They're going to take it 3 wide right here. Rick Fagone on that inside line. Garrett Helmlinger, your leader. Matt Egan pushing the hell out of him. Brandon Winning getting a shove from the 6 of Blount. Jeff Martin in the 5th position. 16 that we were talking about earlier. Casey Brunson, he's down on the bottom. 51 and 38 trying to make something happen there. 16 peek into the inside of the 10. Can't quite get in there. 32 car. He's on the end of this inside line. He'd love to get back up there. 02 touching the apron just now. Matt Egan still pushing like hell. And down the backstretch, 3 wide. All the way to the gate. You're going to see these guys push like hell. Brandon Winning just eking out the lead here. He's getting that shove from Blount, but these guys are touching back here. Artie Peterson got the 51 up out of the groove. Garrett's going to hang on for another lap. 4 to go this time by. Not a lot of momentum on that outside yet. They're building up some steam. Brandon Winning's trying to find that weakness. Eric Blout's trying to find that place to push. Jeff Martin still in the hunt. Rick Fagone, don't count him out either. Looks like we got some takers here on the outside. 51 still trying to find that hole to get back inside. 3 laps to go coming up. Three wide in the middle, and the 10 is going to get tagged. Ran up into the back. I think we're going to... Oh, boy. 10 car just can't get a break here. He's getting ran over. We're going to have cars up on the track. 32-10. I don't know who or what started that. We had a... It looked like the 16 in the middle. We had 3 wide down the line there. Ricky's drifting it, trying to get it back up to speed. Bring out our 5th caution of the night. Go back and take a look. What the hell happened here? The 16 just got pinched in the middle there. You see the hood fly off of someone's car, ran into the back of Fagone. Go back. Trying to figure out whose hood flew off. I don't know if that was supposed to be the 32's hood. See if we can recap this in slow motion. You see that pinch right there. The 16 just stuck in the middle. He bounces off the 10, bounces off the 6. But that bounce off the 6 was able to send him sideways, push those 2 cars off the track. Now you're going to see the 10 of Fagone come back up here. And that's just going to peel the hood right off that 32 car. Somehow the hood goes back on it, but that's just the damage glitch that we've been talking about. And that's, yeah, it's a tough break for Rick. He was sitting pretty. We're going to go back one more time. I'm sorry. I want to get a good look here. I want to show you what put this 16 in the situation he got into. He got really pinched here by the 6 and the 84. I don't think the 6 of Blout knew that he was down there. We can go back and watch that again and again. You can see the 84 is going to come down here if you watch it carefully, and then 84 has a partner. That's the 6 of Blout. When they move down the track, they're not going as fast as the 16 car. So 16 stuck on pit road, a lot of left front damage. Look at the 10 of Fagone. He's on pit road. He's got some damage as well. We are going to be using a green-white checkered this time around. I do believe. Garrett Humlinger has done 3 restarts in a row from the lead right now. This all started from about 18 to go, and it's win ever since. Cautions breeding cautions. We're running out of cars, not out of laps. We will have a winner. Matt Egan, hell of a job tonight. Take a look at that 0-2. He's been up front, maintained a clean race car the whole race. Another great job by Garrett Humlinger. Also got the 84 of winning, doing a heck of a job. Jeff Martin finding himself back in the hunt here. Artie Peterson sneaking up there in the top 5. We're 1 to green now. Richard Holland had some tough breaks. He's been beaten around a few times. He's still got some damage on that left inside panel, but I don't think it's going to hinder him too much. Doesn't look like he has any nose damage. That's the most important part, is not getting nose damage at this track. There's the 114 of Vern Bradley. Looking good. He's sitting in 9th right now. Anybody in this top 10 could swell right up there and get to that lead. Just got to make the right moves and go with the right people, and you can get up there. So we're about to find out. First chase race, Season 8, WFO. Who's it going to be? We can make some predictions right now. I'm looking forward to be somewhere between the 77 and the 114. Everyone in between those cars could win this race. But I think Matt Egan's got the stuff. I think he's got the secret sauce. The only guy that we've seen run up there and do something crazy was that 32 earlier in the race. And I think he's kind of out of the picture for tonight. I don't know. He's not quite out, but it's going to be tough for him. He can run through this field in 3 laps. There's some secret sauce in that thing, too. So here we go. Garrett Humlinger. Pace car's pulling off. 1 lap to green. Brandon Winning. Jeff Martin. Matt Egan.
Green flag, green flag.
Those are your top 4. Green flag is out. And they're bunched up. It's going to be tight. There it is already.
The yellow flag is out.
Richard Holland gets slammed into the outside wall. 1 car of Artie Peterson, 114. Glenn Jamison's in it, 81. 6 of Blout. What the hell happened here? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have words for what I just saw. I don't know if it was net code. I didn't even think we were up to speed yet. So we ran the first half of this race pretty clean. Except for that green flag pit stop. Now these guys are just, I mean, it's a demolition derby. Oh, don't do it, Glenn. Don't do it. You probably pick up a couple spots here, buddy. Those are going to be really important in this chase. Running out to the end, there might be another wreck. And some guys get their laps back here. Richard Holland's got some nose damage. 114 of Vern Bradley looks like he's got a clean car. Maybe a little right side damage on that. See these guys coming back around. It's one lap to green. Garrett Helmlinger's out of the race. What? I'm not sure what's happened here. If I'm like out of the loop or... Is that over? I never saw a finish, so apparently Sim Racing Apps doesn't tell me officially that the race is over. It's telling me one lap till green. So I got no checkered flag. I had no idea, but Matt Egan is your winner tonight. I apologize. My scoring is broken. Congratulations to Matt Egan. I have no idea how this happened, other than that caution there at the end. I didn't realize we were running a green-white checkered once. So let's go through, show you your finishing order for tonight. Garrett Helmlinger is going to finish in second. Jeff Martin in third. Let me bring up the standings real quick for you guys. There it is right there. Matt Egan, your winner. Garrett Helmlinger, Jeff Martin, third. Brandon Winning, fourth. Richard Holland's going to bring home in fifth position. Derek Robinson, Nick Gardner, Burt Wilson, Rylan Neese, and Rick Fagone, your top 10. Bradley P. Wilson, 11th position tonight. Eric Blout in 12th. Artie Peterson, 13th. Vern Bradley, 14th. Michael McCauley in the 15th position. Justin Gledhill in 16th. 17th, Glenn Jamieson. Casey Brunson in 18th. 19th, Hal Amy. Nick Reynolds will round out your field in 20th. So we're going to take a little hiatus here. I'm going to grab these guys, pull them up into the staging room, have post-race interviews, get your driver of the day up here. This is WFO ARCA series. We'll be right back. Racing. It's in our blood. From the No Limits of Texas. The high-speed banks at Daytona.
I mean, nobody's going to catch that three-truck of Hal Amy as he takes it.
From the drop of the green flag. It's a green flag pit stops. It's in their DNA. We live for it. They're There's 7 nights in a week. And only one night matters to us. The moment to prove that we're the best. Laying down an entire season. Pushing the limits. We're made for it.
Bumper, Artie Peterson out to the lead. Glenn Jamison's pushing hard now. Garrett behind him. Top 5 could throw a blanket over it. Artie's going to drop down to the inside. 10 car's going to start pushing. These guys are getting a little dicey back in 5th and 6th place. Little contact between the 14 and the 70. 63, 3 wide in the front. Artie Peterson stuck out in the middle. Brandon Winning, we got a car down on the apron, 70 car, and now a car up in the wall. We got a wreck behind him. 1 lap to go. Rick Fagone has got the position right now. Garrett Helmlinger and Glenn Jamison neck and neck. We got a push on the inside, push on the 10 car. Rick Fagone looks like he might pull it off neck and neck at the line, and the 10. Oh, the Garrett Helmlinger, I can't believe what I just saw. It looks like Garrett Helmlinger.
Survival of the fittest. 16 chase drivers. 1 championship. Who's got what it takes? As they give the command to start the engines, it's time to find out. WFO is live right now.
On it, but man, Fagone has just a perfect 1 and 2 right there, Nation. Fagone's going to bring it off the bottom out of turn 4. Can he hold them off to the start finish line? And I believe he's going to, Nation.
Good win. We've caught up with Matt Egan on pit road, your winner tonight in Victory Lane. 02, you got a copy, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I hear you, man.
Matt, we saw you up front all night tonight. You were pushing the 14 of Jeff Martin like hell, and he led a lot of laps because of what you had under that hood. I'm not going to say I predicted it, but I pretty much did. I said that 02's got the speed. I think he's going to pull it off tonight. How does it feel, buddy?
Man, I really don't know what to say. It feels awesome. I mean, this is a league I've been involved with pretty much since its creation. I originally was broadcasting for them, then I had to step away from the broadcasting booth. Now I get to race every so often with them. And I always say when I go to the super speedways like this, Daytona and Talladega, I think I have a good shot to win. I did real good at Daytona. I came close there in the trucks and in the ARCA car here, so I felt like that was a good race. I thought, well, maybe Talladega, I'll get a good one. And I was hoping for a top 10 finish. Just to win is absolutely incredible. I really don't know how to describe it.
Well, we saw a lot of cautions there at the end, and you were able to skate through, and a lot of it happened behind you. We had a lot of turbulence in these cars tonight. It seemed like they were hard to handle. Did you feel like you were handling a little bit better than everyone else, or was it just a handful on the exit?
I wouldn't really say better than anyone else. I think everyone's kind of been about the same. I was definitely trying to play it safe. I don't really want to, these cars aren't cars that you can push with. Everyone knows it. Some people will still try to push with them, and I don't really understand why, because it's going to wreck the guy in front of you, and it's going to wreck you. I think the best thing to do is just try and play it safe, and that was kind of my strategy going into it, and just kind of want to see how it plays out. And, luckily in the end, it really played out well for us.
Well, we've got a different package tomorrow in the trucks, and we can push. I think that's where some of the mindset comes from. That is that these guys do both leagues, but nonetheless, you're able to pull it off. Crazy finish to an even crazier race. We ran the first half green. Jeff Martin, your teammate, thanking you there in victory lane. Do you got anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's win?
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. I got to thank all of Sky Racing, Jeff Martin, Brandon Winning. Without them, there's no way I would have won this race tonight. I mean, they helped me the entire night. I helped them the entire night. And without them, absolutely no way I could have won this race. I also want to give a special mention. I don't know, I have run this paint scheme on my carts in memory of my grandfather, who I unfortunately lost earlier this year. He was 96 years old, so I want to dedicate this win to him. Wonderful person in my life and all that kind of thing.
Right on, man. We're going to get a good shot there of the front of this car as soon as I figure out the right. There it is right there. Joseph, is it pronounced Leakey? Am I pronouncing that right?
Leakey.
Okay. 1924 to 2021. It's a long life, man. Just approaching 100 years old there. But nonetheless, man, it's tough to lose a loved one, and prayers with you, and hope you get through it, man.
Yeah. I mean, it was back in February with all that, but it's just I wanted to run a special paint scheme for him. I've been running it for a while, and I'm happy to finally win with this car. It means a lot to win with this particular car.
Hell yeah, man. Even more so, did it in the first race of the chase. Congratulations to Matt Egan. Appreciate your time in victory lane. We're going to drop you down to the stage room. Take care, Matt.
Yep, thank you.
Yes, sir. We're going to catch up with your second place finisher tonight. That's going to be Garrett Helmlinger. As soon as I find him here, move him up to the broadcast booth. Garrett Helmlinger, this is Bradley Cooper up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. We saw the thumbs up emote. He was telling us the whole night that this was going to be the one. He was giving the big thumbs up. We saw you win at Daytona earlier this season, and you led a lot of laps. You were up front all night long, man. Tell us how you kept it up there.
Well, this is probably like my 20th plate race from this league, and my mentality for about all but this one and Daytona was riding the back and let the attrition play its game, and then counter it and take advantage of it at the end. And then tonight my mentality was go for broke. If I get wrecked out lap 10 trying to get the lead, and so be it. I'm not out here for points. I haven't run since Texas, so I was going for broke, and thumbs up at Daytona, thumbs down for Talladega, because I really think that I had the fastest car tonight. I could really put it anywhere, and I control my own destiny, no matter who was around me. But yeah.
Well, it's with these balanced setups, everybody running the same thing. I don't know that everything matters about your decision making. So I won't say you had the fastest car out there. I'd say you made the best choices. You kept that car in the front the whole time. You stayed out of trouble the whole time. And it's that, I guess if you could call that the fastest car, yes. It was just decision making. That's what you would chalk this up to. And you're really experienced at plate tracks. So I think that's what it boils down to. If you
Right.
agree.
Yeah, I agree. It's knowledge of what the car is gonna do when you do certain things. Like that last restart. I contemplated it for the entirety of the pace laps because I knew that Jeff and Matt have been working together. So I was do I want to stick to the bottom? And I had Adam spotting for me, and my decision was either I take the top line on the restart and I break them up, but I risk having what actually happened happen, and I ended up losing for starting on the outside. In hindsight, 2020, I should have done that because I just had a sneaky suspicion that the people in the back were not going to be patient, and we were not going to get to the white flag. I just had a sneaky feeling, but I was optimistic, and obviously I was wrong. So if I would have done what my gut was telling me to do, I think I would have been at the top of the podium tonight. But it is what it is. It's Talladega. It's the nature of the beast. I've conquered it before, but I did not conquer it tonight.
Hey man, it's nonetheless, it's still a great finish. Second place is nothing to hold your hat on. Just surviving this place, in my opinion, it's like its own accomplishment. So
It's always very satisfying, regardless of where you finish, to bring it home in one piece at the end of the night after
Right.
a race like tonight, especially the second half of the race.
Yeah, after we got past lap 42, it seemed like things got a little crazy. So yeah, I mean, bring it home, shiny side up. You did a good job tonight. You got anybody you want to thank for it?
I want to thank you for putting on these badass broadcasts. I don't race every week, but I try and catch every broadcast. I'll go back in a couple days. I'll go back in a couple days and I'll watch these broadcasts. I watch them every week, even though I'm not out here every week. But yeah,
Appreciate it, man.
hoping to. And I want to thank Vern and Hal and Nation, everybody who puts on the show. I'm not as involved as I used to be. I got other versions of racing going on.
Other
taking time.
obligations.
Yeah, got sports cars and open wheel going on. Kind of branching away from stock cars, but it's been the few races I got to run this year will be fun. It was fun. I'm gonna run tomorrow, and that'll be it for me this season. And then hopefully next season I can hopefully go out there and try and get another championship. That's my goal for next season. Go out and race, try and get championship number 2 in ARCA because this series is really competitiveness is starting to ramp up a lot.
For sure, man. We got a lot of names in here, a lot of good guys, and we miss having you over here. So looking forward to that next season, and take care. Good luck with your open wheel and your sports cars, and we'll wish you all the best.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was Garrett Humlinger, your second place finisher tonight. I'm going to drop him down in the ARCA Tower because I don't know exactly where to put him. Mainly because I'm terrible at my job. What do you think of that? Jeff Martin thinks that I'm fucking awesome at my job for some reason. Jeff, you got a copy?
That's because you are awesome at your job.
I'm awesome at my job.
Look at that
Bro,
intro, the plug for CEO and the commercial with the music playing. It's
honestly, dude, awesome. I think they paid me. I didn't want to tell anybody, but they paid me. No, I'm just kidding.
well,
No, I didn't make a dime.
I know everybody, and I could work on that.
Oh, no. We're just gonna get that out of the way right now. I do it for the goodness of the league. Everything that I do is it's an experiment because I have been streaming and we've watched some of my streams. I think some of you guys have been in there.
Yep.
But the OBS software, all the things that ever became what it is today, I will definitely blame Vern Bradley for even getting me infected with being able to do this.
Vern has that effect on people.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, I can't make this race tonight. I can't broadcast in time." He had me install OBS software. A week later, I'm broadcasting races. A month later, I'm broadcasting my own streams. It took off from there. So everything I do is for this league. I do not make any money.
I know, and that's the good thing too about this league. They do it out of the goodness of their heart, so people can have fun and watch, and that's one of the best things about them. And
hell yeah, man, hell yeah. Hey, listen, I think you led the most laps tonight.
I did.
I don't have the official count, but I think you did.
I did, and I had figured out how to keep it on the bottom because I had noticed when we were in the beginning when we were running the middle lane, and I was like, no, like we're wearing them out on the bottom and we're catching longer runs down the straightaways, and we stayed out there. I even started to go down at once, and then Matt, I couldn't get down, and I went back up, and I said, you know what? No, we're going to stay right here. So we stayed there until we caught such a run that they couldn't even catch up to us, and then running the inside yellow line to the first white dotted line, putting my tires on it coming off the turn, they couldn't pass us on the middle lane.
Yeah, it seemed like that middle line was really quick, especially early on in the run, if you had a good head of steam. But as the runs progressed, we saw guys getting out to the lead and pulling down there, and then the next guy in line in the second row would pull out there and take the lead and pull down. So when I was watching you run that middle groove, I'm like, I think that's where you want to be right now. If you're wanting to lead laps, if you're wanting to stay out of trouble and not get caught up in something stupid, stay on that outside line. It's got plenty of steam. But then we started to see cars fall out of that middle groove and run the even higher the third lane. And when you guys came down, it was a good timing for that because that's when the third lane started to develop and you were able to hold off the storm. That second and third lane couldn't get healthy, and you led a fuckload of laps tonight.
No, yeah, and it was good. And I listened to the whole broadcast while I'm racing. I put one of my earbuds in my right ear, and they're called Raycons, just in case anybody
Right.
wants to get some. They fit all the way in your ear, and they have the most awesome sound, better than any Apple AirPod bullshit, whatever. But and I don't get paid for saying that either. But the sound on them is incredible. But I listened to the broadcast and I heard you saying that, and I was like, man, this hugging the yellow line through the turns and then riding out to the first white line was getting us such a run that the outside lane, the middle lane couldn't take us. I mean, even if they got in front of us for a second, we got it back. There was no stopping it.
Right. And you guys did a hell of a job. Matt, you got to thank that guy because he pushed you. I think he'd push you off a cliff, to be honest.
Oh, he did. And no, I want to thank Matt immensely because even the last time when we run Daytona and stuff, Matt stuck right behind me. We just had shit luck. There was nothing we could do about that one. And this one, I had shit luck. And Matt asked me. He said, "You want me to come back there to you?" I was like, "No, stay where you're at." I said, "I'll work on this. I'll be up there in a little bit." And it worked out that I got there. And then he said, "I've never won a race here." And I said, "Okay, I'm going to push you." I said, "We'll see what happens. If it comes down to me, you, and Brandon in the front, we'll just race for it." And then I pushed him and got him that little bit of a jump, and then the caution come out, and there was nothing can be done about that.
Yeah, we had a lot of cautions there at the end, and it got a little hectic after it seemed like lap 50 or so. It just kind of bred another caution after caution. But either way, it was fun to watch. A lot of action, a lot of lead changes, guys shuffling around. We had a really full field tonight, so that's good to see as well. Jeff,
Oh, oh yeah,
you got anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's third place?
yeah. No, Vern for putting the broadcast on, you for doing the broadcast, because like I said, it was excellent. It really was. There's nobody could question that. It was good.
Thanks, man.
And Sky Racing teaming up with Southeast Motorsports, because I had Nick here tonight, and then he got in some shit a little early, and actually I think it was caused by when I hit whoever that was that slid up McCulley when he slid up the track. I'm really a magnet for it. I had nowhere to go, but I had saved that reset, and luckily I was able to use it. And so I want to thank them guys, him and Brandon, for working with us, and I think it could be a full team in the future.
Hell yeah, man. That's a good future to look forward to. And first race of the chase, not a bad finish, setting you up in the points. So we're looking forward to next week and hope to hear from you tomorrow night as well.
How far was Richard ahead starting tonight?
He had 5 wins, so I don't know what the math is exactly on that.
I didn't
I'd
know
have to
how
go
many
back and look.
bonus points each win was.
Yeah, I think each win is only worth 1, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I'd have to go back and look at that.
Okay, so I finished 2 in front of him. Come on, I'm coming for you, Richard.
He said he's calling you out, Richard. So
No,
we'll
no,
see.
Don't tell him that shit. God damn it.
We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow night, bud.
All right, buddy. Take care.
All right, you do.
This is Jeff Martin, your third place finisher tonight. We got one more interview for you guys, you fans at home that stuck around and watched this craziness that ensued. And that's our driver of the day, the number 10, Rick Fagone. Driver of the day. You got a copy, buddy?
What's going on, you friggin' farm animal?
Farm animal. I don't know, man. This is like, I don't know. I watched you creeping up. You guys were kind of hiding in the back the whole race, and then it seemed like there with 10 to go, you started to turn it on, and I'm thinking, okay, HDRM's going to get up there in that top 5. Let's see what can happen. You didn't have any help. Richard had some damage, but it seemed like you had some potential, and then cautions.
Yeah, no, that's part of the deal racing here. If you've been around racing long enough to know that sometimes you gotta be a little lucky here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just riding around trying to keep the front nose on it. I know I made a boo boo there early, and I think I run over Brad. I'm not sure what the hell his
Wilson?
last name is. Brad Wilson. There, I clobbered him on pit road, and I think I ended up driving him through the guy in front of him. So, my bad, Brad.
Yeah, we saw that recap. We went back. We had 2 separate wrecks on that first green flag pit stop, and for whatever reason, the entire field decided to pit together. I have no idea why, if you all ran out of fuel at the same time or something, but it
Well,
looked
I
like we
think-
had 20 cars.
I don't think anyone was going to make it back around one more time. And now looking back on it, I wish I'd gone in maybe a lap sooner with a handful of guys instead of coming in with everybody. But now just getting used to these new pedals, and that was the first green flag stop I've made with them. And I come in extra fucking hot and plowed in the back of him. And like I said, I apologize to him. And Rylan out in front of him, I believe, is who it was. And if anybody else got into it there, it's my fault. Hate to make mistakes like that, but that's part of racing. Sometimes you're a hero, and sometimes you're a dud. So
Yeah, we actually saw the 18 of Nick Gardner go end over end during those pit stops as well. So you didn't do the worst thing on that pit stop, trust me.
No. Well, I thought I was the reason for the caution, but now going back and looking at it, it looked like I already got into the back of Nick there on pit road, and just a miscommunication, I guess. But that's gonna happen. Shit like that happens.
Yep, 20 potential wrecks there, all on pit road at one time. But hey, man, it was fun to watch. We got another crab shoot tomorrow. I don't know if you're gonna be able to make it. I think you said you're gonna be.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, I've got a Thanksgiving dinner night early tomorrow, and I'll be pushing it right to the grid. I think if by chance I might make it back, I'll be here. If not, I'll see you next week.
Right on. Well, Ricky, we appreciate you coming out here, running it tonight. And if we see you tomorrow, we appreciate that even more because I'm gonna need a partner. You know.
Yeah, right on. Well, like I said, hopefully I make it back. But if not, go get them for the championship. That'll pretty much
Congratulations.
eliminate me. So.
Well, congratulations on driver of the day, man. And the voters came out in droves and put those votes in for you. You got anybody you'd like to thank for tonight?
Well, I got to thank all those guys that voted and come out and hang out each week and follow the broadcast. I know I like going back and seeing what's said and whatever, but I want to thank them and thank all the drivers for showing up tonight and doing a little plate racing. So hopefully we can see it again tomorrow night, and stick around, stay tuned. Who knows what's going to happen the following week? So thank you guys.
For sure, man. I thank you for coming out here and doing this, this interview and doing what you do week in, week out. Great guy to talk to. All right.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. We got plate racing tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss it. WFO is going to go live at the Talladega Motor Speedway for the Hal Constructing. Is it Amy Constructing? Yes. Amy. I have no idea.
Amy
Contracting. Yeah. See, that's not my thing. I don't have to say that ever. I got the CheckerWon Manufacturing ARCA series down. I say it in my sleep. Amy Contracting. What is the Wicked Wednesday? Is that what we call it? I don't even know. We're gonna race at Talladega. That's what we're gonna do. And you're gonna see yours truly out there on the field. For Rally Nation 01 will be commentary. For everybody at WFO and the CheckerWon Manufacturing ARCA series, we say good night, take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Racing, it's in our blood. From the No Limits of Texas, with the high-speed banks at Daytona.
I mean, nobody's going to catch that 3-truck of Hal Amy as he takes it.
From the drop of the green flag. To green flag pit stops. It's in their DNA. We live for it. There's 7 nights in a week. And only one night matters to us. The moment to prove that we're the best. Laying down an entire season. Pushing the limits. We're made for it.
Bumper, Artie Peterson out to the lead. Glenn Jameson's pushing hard now. Garrett behind him. Top 5 could throw a blanket over it. Artie's going to drop down to the inside. 10 car's going to start pushing. These guys are getting a little dicey back in 5th and 6th place. Little contact between the 14 and the 70. 63, 3 wide in the front. Artie Peterson stuck out in the middle. Brandon Winning, we got a car down on the apron, 70 car, and now a car up in the wall. We got a wreck behind him. 1 lap to go. Rick Fagone has got the position right now. Garrett Helmlinger and Glenn Jameson neck and neck. We got a push on the inside, push on the 10 car. Rick Fagone looks like he might pull it off neck and neck at the line, and the 10. Oh, the Garrett Helmlinger, I can't believe what I just saw. It looks like Garrett Helmlinger.
Survival of the fittest. 16 chase drivers. 1 championship. Who's got what it takes? As they give the command to start the engines, it's time to find out. WFO is live right now.